So what if the secret to building wealth wasn't about landing some massive promotion or winning the lottery? What if it was actually about the tiny, almost invisible things you do every single day? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. 12 micro habits that can seriously transform your financial future.
This quote from Steve over at Call to Leap just nails it, doesn't it? It's not about finding some magic bullet. It's all about stacking these small, consistent habits, one on top of the other, until they create this unstoppable momentum.
And this is what he calls the wealth snowball effect. Seriously, just picture a tiny snowball at the top of a huge hill. At first, it's nothing, right? Barely moving. But as it keeps rolling, it picks up more and more snow, getting bigger, faster, and more powerful, until it becomes this massive force. That is exactly what these little habits do for your money. To make this super simple to follow, we've laid out these 12 habits in a 3-part framework. First, we're going to build a foundation. That's all about your mindset. Then we'll get the financial engine running with some practical money skills. And finally, we'll activate the growth multipliers to really expand your wealth. And of course, we'll wrap up with the one small step you can take today.
Okay, let's kick things off with part 1, building your foundation. Before you can even think about managing money, you've got to manage your own mindset. These first few habits are all about those internal shifts that really pave the way for success on the outside.
The very first habit is an absolute game changer. Produce more than you consume. I mean, get this. The average American spends 5 hours a day on their phone. That's basically a full-time job of just consuming. The goal here is to flip that ratio. Take a look at your screen time versus your create time. Even just 15 minutes a day spent creating something, writing a blog, learning a skill, anything, is an investment in your future.
Next up, you have got to take a hard look at your circle. You've probably heard the saying, if you hang out with 5 broke friends, you're going to be the 6th. Now that sounds harsh, I know, but it really speaks to the power of who you let influence you. So start looking for conversations about investing and growth, and consciously step away from the gossip and complaining. And hey, if those people aren't in your immediate circle, that's what podcasts, books, and online forums are for. This 10x right here, that represents your single greatest asset, which is you. Because every single dollar you invest in your own skills, in your own knowledge, has the potential to pay you back tenfold. Whether it's a course, a book, or a workshop, you are always your highest return investment. Start treating yourself like it. And the last habit for this section is contentment. And this one is a really powerful mental shift. True wealth isn't about having a bigger house or a flashier car. It's about realizing that your best memories probably came from simple moments that didn't cost a thing. Happiness, at the end of the day, is about experiences, not just stuff. Okay, with that foundation in place, let's shift gears and move into part 2, running your financial engine. This is where we get into the nuts and bolts, the practical, mechanical habits that give you real control over your money.
This number is pretty wild. According to research from Dr. Gail Matthews, you are 42% more likely to achieve your goals simply by writing them down. But here's the trick. Don't just write, I want to save more money. Get super specific. If you want to invest $24,000 this year, that breaks down to $2,000 a month. You see, clear goals lead to clear wins.
You can't control what you don't track. It's that simple. And it's shocking, but something like 61% of Americans don't keep track of their money. So the next habit is doing a monthly cash flow audit. And this is a brilliant way to think about it. Just split your spending into 3 buckets: essentials, lifestyle, and growth. This is not about making you feel guilty, it's about putting you in the driver's seat. Now, if you have debt, this next habit is crucial. There are basically 2 main ways to tackle it. The debt avalanche method has you focus on the highest interest rate first, which mathematically saves you the most money. Then there's the debt snowball, where you target the smallest balance first to get those quick psychological wins that build momentum. Honestly, the best method is whichever one you'll actually stick to. Here's a habit built on a powerful truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So automate your money. Set up automatic transfers so that the moment your paycheck hits, a piece of it goes to savings and another piece goes to your investments. If that money never even hangs out in your checking account, you can't accidentally spend it. You just set it, forget it, and let your system do all the heavy lifting. All right, now for the really fun part. Part 3, activating the growth multipliers. Once your foundation is solid and your financial engine is humming along, these are the habits that are going to pour gasoline on the fire and really take your wealth to the next level. Pay close attention to this number. A study found that 65% of self-made millionaires have at least 3 different streams of income. Now, this doesn't mean you need 3 full-time jobs, not at all. It's just about diversifying the way that money flows to you. And this is a perfect illustration of what that actually looks like. You start with your main thing, your job or business, and you get really good at it. Then you start stacking other streams on top. It could be tutoring, returns from your investments, affiliate links from a blog, even AdSense from a YouTube channel. Each little stream adds to your overall financial security. The next habit is all about networking with purpose. A Harvard Business Review study actually found that 65% of new business comes from existing connections. But here's the secret sauce. Don't reach out asking for stuff. Reach out to offer value. Share a useful article, compliment someone's work. That's how you build real, genuine relationships that then lead to real opportunities down the line. Isn't it weird how money is still such a taboo topic? A whopping 56% of Americans rarely or never talk about their finances. We have to change that. This habit, financial fluency, is all about normalizing conversations about money. When you can openly share your wins, your mistakes, and your questions, everybody learns faster. It's a win-win.
So we've covered the mindset, the mechanics, and the multipliers. I know it can feel like a lot. So what's the one habit that really ties all of this together? What's your first small step?
It's this, right here. The 12th, and frankly the most important habit of all, is just staying consistent. Building wealth isn't about luck. It's not a secret formula. It's about the disciplined, sometimes boring habits that you show up and do, day in and day out. That consistency is the engine that drives the whole wealth snowball. And that brings us to the final and most crucial point. You've now seen all 12 habits, from producing more than you consume to automating your savings. The only thing that really matters now is taking action. So the question I have for you is this: what is the one micro habit you are going to start today?